I'm here to pick up for Smith.
Smith? Okay, give me just a second. All right, there you go, Mr. Smith. Did you have any questions?
This is my first time. I've never used this.
Okay, well, if you have a minute, you can have a seat and I can tell you a little bit about your medication.
Okay.
All right. So, I am Casey Odom. I'm the student pharmacist, and it looks like you have been prescribed some albuterol. Albuterol is going to be used for asthma attacks. It's if you're having any shortness of breath, chest tightness, or any difficulty breathing at all, that's when you're going to want to use these. An asthma attack can be triggered by quite a few things. Dust, cold weather, smoke exposure, heavy exercise, and things of that nature. You can avoid some of these triggers by, avoiding smoking or smoke exposure or reducing your exposure to smoke. Make sure you're washing your linens and things like that pretty regularly to get rid of any dust. You want to clean and dust regularly. Try to avoid any fragrant perfumes or anything like that because all of those could also trigger. Okay. So this is what your inhaler is going to look like. You're going to have your medication in here inside of the metal canister. The canister goes inside of the plastic actuator. There's a cap that covers the mouthpiece, which is where you're actually going to put your mouth. And then you're going to want to make sure it's covered with the cap anytime you're not using it. And then on the back of it is where you're going to have your dose meter, which shows you how many puffs you have left, which is very important because you don't want to have it and run out of puffs and then need it. That's very bad. In order to use it, you're going to want to prime it first since you've never used it before. So you're going to prime it, not every time, but if you haven't used it in a while, so if it's been a couple weeks or if you've never used it before. So to prime it, you're just going to want to shake it, take the cap off, and spray it 2 times away from you. Okay? There are going to be 2 puffs of mist coming out, and then you're good to go. When you're ready to take it, you're going to sit up straight or stand up straight, turn your head to the side, and exhale. Put your finger on the top and your thumb on the bottom. You're going to want to check the mouthpiece to make sure there's no dust or debris or trash in there. You're going to put your mouth on the top, press down on the canister, and inhale. You're going to want to hold that inhale for about 10 seconds and then exhale. Once you've done that, you're going to wait about 30 to 60 seconds to see if you still feel like you need another one. And if you do need another one, you're going to do the exact same thing. Exhale. Finger on the top, thumb on the bottom. Inhale and hold it for about 10 seconds or as long as you comfortably can. With this medication, you may experience like shakiness or tremors, which is totally normal. You may also experience dry throat or mouth or throat irritation, which again is totally normal. Once you're done with it, once this hits 0, there's no more medication in it, you're going to want to scratch any of your personal information off of it, take the canister out, and throw it out. Okay. If you find yourself using the inhaler more than a few times a week, so I'd say more than 3 times a week, you might want to seek medical attention and see if they could get you on either a different kind of rescue inhaler or a maintenance inhaler, because that means that this is not doing its job. Okay? Did you have any more questions?
No, thank you.
All right.